Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the Dogyard here in Southern Maryland. It's Friday afternoon. It's like 4, maybe coming upon 4:30. We're back to cool spring. 60 degrees out right now. Super dark clouds. You can see how dark it is over here. Right there. See how dark those clouds are. And see, pretty dark clouds over there too. So normally in May we don't get that kind of weather, but those big storms have been coming up the southeast. They track right to us apparently. So it's wet. It must have rained the last 2 days because it's pretty wet out here. My grass is soaking wet. The streets are wet. There's puddles everywhere. So we must have gotten a fair amount of rain the last 2 days. As my wife says, we'll take all the rain we can get. Well, it wouldn't be a debut video without a dog roundup, so let's give you a quick shot of how the dogs are doing. All right, well, here's your Friday dog roundup. The two youngins. I don't know if they play much while I'm gone or not. Who knows? There's a dog play if no one's there to watch it. Anyway, they're obviously having a good time. Chances over there being Chance, but he didn't go too far away this time. And then right up here on my feet is my cow. She's enjoying some fresh spring grass. She's gonna sit literally on my feet. Well, that's enough for the first roundup anyway. What are we smoking today? We're back to the Liga Series V. And this is the Liga Especial. My last one. I'm trying to smoke up my honorable mentions and just keep my top 10. So the goal is to get down to my top 10 and then keep a box of each of my top 10 in that little humidor in the paddock. And that'll pretty much be the extent of my cigar collection here in Maryland. Great smoke, great retrohale. Anyway, 60 ring gauge, 6x60. It's one of my favorite sizes. Churchill's #1 for me, but 6x60 is my second favorite. I like that big cigar. Cool draw, long smoke, a good hour, maybe hour and a half. I like that in my cigars. Echo's over there having a little bit of fun. For a 5-year-old, she's still got some puppy in her. Anyway, she likes it when her family's home, so having me back's good, but on Sunday, she's going to freak out. She's going to freak out, and he's going to freak out. Lauren is her favorite, is his favorite, so Finn's going to have a good Sunday afternoon this week. Chances said he wasn't far enough away, so chances being chance, but he went over to the other side now. I guess that's what we're used to, right? It's actually starting to rain a little bit now. We may get rained onto the front porch. We'll see. So I learned something about myself the last 2 days. I don't like being away from home when I'm the one that's responsible for home. With Anne-Marie gone down there already, the 2 days I was gone made me nervous. That was her first time being left alone with just dogs overnight. And we had a house sitter come in and she spent the night here, so not completely on his own, but her on her own. But that's the first time I've ever left Sasha, so it made me a little nervous. And then leaving mom for 2 days, Leaving the horse farm for 2 days with nobody here was a little bit, I didn't like it so much. I didn't know that about myself. I found myself wishing there was a late flight home last night. I woke up this morning eager to get back. So, anyway, learned that about myself. Normally, I'm a goer. I love to go. I love to get to see new things, experience new places. But I was nervous about Sasha and Mom and the farm. Of course, nothing went wrong. What's the saying? 90% of what we worry about never comes to fruition. Very true. I had a bunch of worries and not one of them came true. Everything is fine. I sit here on Friday afternoon as if I haven't been gone for 2 days. So there, another realization of the saying. I missed my Dogyard chats this week. But gosh, was it great to sit and have a cigar with Potter Piper every night. So, yeah, we had one. I think we did Saturday, and then we did Sunday, Monday. No, we didn't do Sunday. He got too late. We did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And to sit with a good friend and have a cigar at the fire pit was truly great. I really enjoyed it. Potter Piper, if you're watching, thanks for making the effort to drive down here. He had to drive like 6.5 hours to get here, so it was a big effort on his part, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, we become good friends. I mean, it all started here in our videos, to comments, to texts, to meeting at Boswell's, to him coming to Wyoming, to him coming down here twice. Good friends, and he's put a lot of effort into it. I appreciate that. So I had no flexibility in my schedule. The only airline that offered flights directly to Sarasota that met my timeline was Southwest. I haven't flown Southwest in a long time. And I'm reminded why. Now, I have to give him kudos. I mean, no troubles whatsoever. Flights took on time, flights landed on time, got me to Sarasota on time, got me back here, no issues. So big picture, no issues. But they're still using this crazy no reserve seats. So if you buy a special ticket, I guess you're in the A line, which is what I did. But then you got to walk down the line going, what number are you? Because I was A9 coming home and A11 going down. And they want you to walk down the line going, what number are you? What number are you? Until you find the guy that you're supposed to be in front of. Then you got to cut in front of him. Now he knows it's coming, but boy, I sure felt like a jerk doing it. I felt less like a jerk doing it this morning because I guess I was used to it. But they made an announcement on my flight going down to Sarasota that Southwest is switching. They're going to 100% seat reservations like all the other airlines. It was supposed to be done sometime this summer. Now I'm a fan of seat reservations because of the monkey show I saw at the gates, all the Southwest gates. It's worse at BWI, but even in Sarasota, it's just a monkey show. People trying to get in the wrong line, knowing exactly what they're doing, and then not liking that you're asking what their number is, and I need to cut in here, and there's 100 of us doing it. Do you belong in the A1 through 30 line, or do you belong in the A31 through 60 line? The B's shouldn't even be in line right now. Oh God, there's a total zoo. But I have to say that's a minor bitch compared to the plane taking off and landing. Right side up, didn't tip over, we didn't crash. So this morning the pilot comes on and says, hey guys, I got great news for you. This airplane is only 3 days old. Like, that was a positive. I prefer an airplane that has its kinks knocked out and solved. I wasn't too sure. I'm like, God, if it's only 3 days old, this thing we're probably on its 8th flight. So it didn't come across in the back in the seats like I think he thought it did. I mean, he was all proud that it was a brand new airplane, but I don't think that was. I don't think the message that he was trying to convey was what we as passengers heard. And then the purser, the head flight attendant, she came on and said, "Hey, this is a brand new airplane. Keep your feet off the damn seats." That was pretty funny. So I had a good experience on Southwest. I don't like flying them because I don't like the monkey show on their lines. So if they actually do convert it, that'd be nice. So anyway, enough complaining. So I want to talk about Potter Piper's dog for a minute, Jilly. Now you see Jilly on most of Potter Piper's videos. He normally tries to find where he is and shows him to you. But that does not do this dog justice. So Jilly is an 8-year-old, probably 90 pounds, maybe a little bit more, white, long-haired German Shepherd. And he is a big, strong, aggressive alpha male. And but Potter Piper has the same relationship with Jilly that I have with Sasha. I mean, he takes Jilly everywhere. And so and he came out to Wyoming. Jilly came with him, and he's come down to my house to spend 4 or 5 days twice now, and he's brought Jilly both times. And I love that dog. I mean, once you realize, or once he realizes that you ain't scared of him, you know, I can grab him and hug him and play with him and pet him, and he's fantastic. I love that guy. And it's funny because, you know, we've joked that Jilly probably doesn't know how to play. He's an only child, has been his whole life pretty much. And but Sasha wears him down. It takes her a day or two, but she just keeps trying, playing and playing and playing, and finally, like on the second day, he breaks, and they actually have a little bit of fun together, and it's pretty fun to watch. Anyway, Jilly, good dog. Potter Piper, he did good, man. He raised a good dog. I love him. I realize Jilly's not for everybody. If you're scared of dogs, you don't want to be around Jilly. But if you're not scared of him, he's a fine dog. I enjoy him. He's a regal beast. Echo's decided to do her digging. Oop, take down. There's Finn taking her out. Like she didn't even stop digging. Look at Chance way out there. I don't want any part of that hullabaloo. He's just over there, Chance being Chance. So I think most of you watch Corvette Jim. I just want to shout him out and say congratulations, Jim. He is 1 month away now from being debt free, and that includes that truck he bought a year ago. And such a smart thing. I know he says on his videos he's paying for a lot of stupidity over past years, bad decisions, but to buy a truck and have it paid off 1 year later, man, kudos to you, and to have paid off all your other debt. So you go into like July 1st or the July 4th weekend debt free. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I did it 2 years before I sold the company. I became debt free. It took me a while, but we got debt free 2 years before we sold the company. That was over 6 years ago. So it's been 8, almost 9 years that we've been debt free, and it does change you. It changes the stress you feel during the day. You sleep better at night. You make better financial decisions, because once you've wrestled your way to debt free, you never want to feel that again. So, you know, pay off credit cards. I pay mine off every couple of days, to be honest. I never carry a balance over the month, and it's just great. So Corvette Jim, congratulations. I know Piper Ken is working his ass off. You know, I keep bringing him up too. You know, he works 7 days a week to pay off his debt, and you know, that's huge. And then Mark Welsh Piper said that he's doing the same thing now. So I don't know. He was a little more vague on how much debt he has. or when he'll be debt free, but you're walking the path, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so something I recommend wholeheartedly. That way nobody's got you. You know, we all have property taxes and insurance payments. I mean, that's just part of life. But that is way different than a bunch of debt around your neck. So if you can't afford to buy a car, like write a check for it, then do what Jim did. Pay it off in 12 months. And then and always stay away from these monsters. I mean, car debt has gotten to be a real problem in the United States, maybe everywhere, but certainly in the United States, these 6-year and 7-year car loans. I mean, that means you'll be upside down on your car for about 4 or 5 years if you do that. I mean, it just puts such a rock around your neck. And if you went to try to trade your car in, you then have negative equity, and that has to get tacked on to the next car you buy. And eventually that cycle breaks down, and the bank won't loan you on this car what you need because it's not worth what you need to borrow against it. You can get yourself in real trouble. So try to only buy a car when you can pay for it, and take out a 1-year loan if you have to. But anyway, all to say, kudos to Jim, man. It's great leadership. It's good to see you doing that, and I appreciate you putting that out on your videos. So I guess the car loan was sort of a financial business item, financial school item. But the two I have for you are, if you have any money to invest and you're thinking about dabbling in the crypto market now, I mean right now, like this next week is the time to do it. I think the surge we've been waiting for, that was starting in January, but had been put on hold because of all the tariff conversations. But over the last 4 or 5 days, it looks like the crypto surge that I've been waiting for. We had a great one in January, and then it kind of fell off, and it's surging back. So I think we're going to see a huge run in crypto the rest of this year. So if you're not a crypto person, I'm not saying become one, but if you are, or if you've been holding off, procrastinating getting started, you're going to be really mad at yourself this fall, this Christmas. If you've been thinking about it but just procrastinating, you know, now's the time to pull the stick out of your ass, as they say. And I also think if you're not comfortable with crypto, the other thing I've been doing is silver. And I think silver, you know, if you're for some reason procrastinating on silver, you can buy an ounce for $35. I think buy a sleeve of 20. You know, buy one or buy a sleeve of 20, whatever you have. Put it on like an auto buy. I don't care if you buy 1 coin a month or 20 coins a week or 20 coins a pay period. But I think you'd be very mad at yourself a year from today if you don't start doing that. So if you can't do it, you can't do it. But if you're procrastinating and doing it, I think you're gonna be very mad at yourself. So if you're thinking about crypto, so financial item number 2 of the video is, if you're thinking about crypto, start getting involved. And if you just don't know how, ask questions on the video, because there's some really easy ways for you to do it. And the item number 3 is start getting involved in silver. All right, enough financial talk. Look at my Sasha just sitting there all being nice. It's a good dog. So let's finish up this video with a life tip. If you fly, don't take so much shit onto the airplane. It's okay to check a bag. My God, the things I see people doing on these last 2 flights, this morning and yesterday, the things people wheel onto the aircraft. I mean, 2 monster carry-on bags and a purse and a thing bag. I mean, it's crazy. And the flight attendants don't want to create a scene, so they let them bring them onto the aircraft, clearly they're not going to fit in the overhead. So they got to walk against the stream all the way back up out of the aircraft and gate check the bags. Hey, let's not do that. Pretty selfish. It clogs up. 250 people have to wait while you as the one individual, well, not one, there's probably 20 of them that did that on both flights. Just crazy. Bad behavior. All right, that's enough. Kind of down to the nub. Getting close. Wind's picking up. Didn't rain on us, so that's good. But that's good. It's we're a little over 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and say that's a good video. It's good to be, back in the saddle doing these. Yeah, I can see doing these. I got 13 days left, and then I'm out. I'm back to Denver. I'll be in Denver 4 days, and then on to Wyoming. I'll get there the Tuesday after Memorial Day, so it'll be fun to be back in Wyoming. Fun. I'll enjoy being there, but I got that monster project weighing on me, so I'll be glad to get that behind me with the trees. But I'll do what I did last year. I'll show you the process, but we're a couple weeks out from starting that. I'm a little bit nervous about it. But that's it, guys. I hope you had a great week. Hope you got a great weekend in front of you. Hope next week's planned out. No surprises. I got to get my chimney swept here. It's kind of my last big one here before I go. I got to stack the firewood. I still haven't stacked the firewood. I don't know if you can see it. So right there, still there, haven't done it. It'll be a failure if I don't stack that wood before I leave, but I'm sitting here admitting to you that is a possibility. Start trailer training with Anne-Marie when she gets back, so next week we'll start teaching her how to drive a trailer that big and park it and back it up. That's what's in front of me for the next few days. All right, guys. May God bless you, and may He bless the lives around you. May God turn His ear to your prayers. May God make His face shine upon you and those you care about. May God bless your lives as He continues to bless mine. That's it, you guys. Talk to you tomorrow on Saturday. Good night, everybody.